Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your man Ronan. You already know the game. Use the code Ronan10. That'll be your passport to the A-game lifestyle. Helps with your vitality, energy, focus, and libido. And each capsule works arguably for 3, and I say 4 days. I've been field testing it. So, me not being able to swallow pills, trust me, it says a whole great deal. Since I've been using this since November, it's a product I support. And definitely I'm proud of. And I like to encourage my peers and new subscribers, just welcome to a channel that's for progressive. I'm going to be discussing many topics as far as health, dealing with vets, and all things pertaining to supporting the 10 life values and SOS. That being said, much love to the A-Game Nation. Shout out to my A-Game family, and salute to everybody that's new to the channel. Often, you can reach me at juniorarticle75@gmail.com, or just hit me up in the comment section. I respond back. That way we can get this healthy dialogue along this journey. And with that being said, we're doing the Duality series, and here's the other side, or the wrong way to implement protection. Now, in this day and age, we have known entities, policies, and individuals out here who are scurrying around in the boneyard and beyond, looking to devour any solid, upstanding man, especially a black heterosexual man out here in this day and age. The money's in the mediocrity, and that's what a lot of us are being programmed or even being dragged into in so many ways. Now, the protect nonsense, for number one, for an example, is when you are a gynocrat, a male one. You have a lot of these goofies who are internet weenies, white knights, simps, tender dick templars, maggles, nifnons. There's a legion of names to call these individuals. And these individuals tend to forget that foresight is proactive, not retro. When you have a maggle or the many idiots that I've named before, it's always retroactive. And I say it's retroactive because when you have individuals who give you an instant shit test, or they give you an assignment that helps makes you compromise your standards as a man and convert you to a blind, gullible male by putting a battery in your back, all she's doing is giving you a double dare challenge and see what you do with it. Now, there are individuals who allow themselves to have their petty differences or grievances because a mama instilled those goofiness into them, or they had a daddy who was a jellyback who did not instill the masculine traits that are needed as far as like integrity, courage, discernment, conflict resolution skills, and a myriad of others. This is where you have these idiots. They go under the guise of protection, but they're nothing more than a gynocrat's personal bodyguard, a do-boy, a servant, a sexual sharecropper. But let's go into that. There's a lot of dudes out here, and granted, we know the climate. There's a bunch of thoughts out here who want to pilfer all the P's that they can get. We're talking about provision, problem solving, protection, and procreation. Most of them will lead with procreation. Now, many of the guys who are proud to be a sneaky link, some of us happen to be deemed that, others. Anyway, understand that because you're getting access to her sexually, you need to be very vigilant in all areas, because you have to understand that never nullifies the threat or the danger or the trouble from the table. Now, just because you get to beat them cheeks and whatnot, you still have to have your mind, your heart about you. If your intuition is telling you something's up, something is most definitely up besides your Johnson. Now, the thing is, post-nut clarity in the tamest sense will let you know this chick ain't about nothing, so it is what it is, and we carry on. However, some of us have the misfortune of suffering from post-nut clarity to a beat down, or being financially harassed, having our property destroyed, or being taken off the board because we're too focused on getting access to them draws. Now, when it comes to trouble, you can't save everybody. There was a time where guys would get out there and like, you know what, hey, let me go in there and save the day. There's been many brothers who sit there and try to do, initiate the protection procedure, but without that level of foresight and intuition, most times they learn too late. They've been set up. So just because you're in there beating them cheeks doesn't mean you're not a target. Now, the protection part on the financial side, this is where you get the Jonathans. This is where you get the sugar daddies and whatnot. You got chicks who, if you allow them to, they will commission you to give you some sympathy box, or you'll be her main source of procreation. But when it comes to problem solving, she wants you to do it on her terms, and you allowing yourself to do that, you're not protecting your best interest, nor your time, nor your resources. She'll have you running you errands, because when I was in a relationship, at the time, I was not using my foresight. And I had my ex send me to drop a financial bag or whatnot at a bank. What I didn't know is, when I found out later, that bank was closed 5 years prior to my arrival there. See, you have to understand, as a matter of protection, if they don't respect you, how in the hell you expect them to protect you? Protect your reputation, protect your time, protect all the resources that pertain to you, protect your dreams, even your life. Now, you will have protection as far as in your circle. You will have guys who want you to go prove yourself and do all these nonsensical errands. Well, go fight this boy, he said this and this, or go here and go do this and this and this. And the thing is, like, if you have people who are solid in your corner, they will have your best interests at heart. But this is the wrong side of protection. You will be around guys who are male gynocrats, who lead with their emotions first and logic dead last. And because you're around certain individuals that don't give a damn about your, what you have going on, and you trying to protect them to defend their honor, which they do not have, there are many brothers who've been taken off the board because of that. They don't exercise the word no. And again, when you have individuals like that, they're easily gullible, looking to follow and not take ownership of their own thoughts, and stand by and use their own boundaries and standards to protect them. These are men or males, both young and old, who are inherently in danger. You're treated as cannon fodder, and they'll treat you worse than a lemming that will naturally go off the cliff because the other lemmings are doing it. What I'm saying here in closing is basically, do what you can to understand all the things that we're talking about with 10 life values. If you do not work on the internal 5, if you do not exercise emotional intelligence, you will be these individuals who will be saved on a chick's phone as food guy, as a sneaky link, or whatever utilitarian form of social, spiritual, and sexual sharecropping that is not beneficial to you nor those pertaining to you or surrounding you. That level of stupidity has collateral damage. And the thing is, if you're looking to protect someone, you got to vet everyone, especially yourself. Now, here's the last thing I'm going to say, actually, with closing. You got to protect yourself from yourself. Because with me dealing with PTSD and clinical depression, I noticed when I went out to Charlotte, as I said, I did not have any of those anger fits. I usually have it random. I was not nowhere near as hyper vigilant as I am out here in the uncertain world out here. The thing is, the wrong way to protect yourself, so to speak, is to cut people off in a very exaggerated manner. Now, I get it when you have those anger fits, which I tend to do sometimes, and I try to self-medicate. I make it a point to let people know that, hey, this ain't the time. Let me get myself right, and then I'll be able to talk about it, if possible. But if you have people who know about your conditions or your situation, they know you and look out for the best of you, they'll be there to help guide you through those rough passages. However, if you call yourself protecting her honor, which you didn't earn, or you call yourself protecting something that you don't own, or protecting the name of individuals who don't give a shit about you, you inadvertently or intentionally are putting yourself in the line of fire. And that has the worst sense of protection, because if you don't protect you, no one else will. You are teaching people to diminish the value of your life, what you're meant to give here during your time. Protecting your time means watching what you digest on videos. There's a lot of goofiness that get out here, and yes, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't indulge. But the wrong way to protect yourself is to get out here and make an ass of yourself on the behalf of people who start drama, these conflict creators, these individuals who use trauma bonding and opportunistic times, and you being the useful idiot to use you as a shield or a pawn of their leisure. That, well, they'll sit there and cast you off just to protect themselves. And see too much of that on YouTube. But that's a whole nother conversation. So, with that being said, let me get out here and get this work done. But those are some of the few ways to recognize you're protecting yourself poorly. And it's not projection. It's not protection. It's actually you propelling yourself in a battlefield that you're ill prepared to engage properly. And number two, you're just another number that's knocked off the board. So, with that being said, like, click, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I give you more content in due season. Watch, in its proper time, sorry. And I'm looking forward to going much stronger into a lot of things. You know, I want to salute my A-game families who are basically kicking ass and taking names each day. And I'm looking to do my part to support my peers, which is a video I'm going to talk about later on when I get a free minute. But with that being said, this Indianapolis weather sucks. But, hey, it's what it is. Excuse me. But as always, never allow your comfort zone to become your coffin. And for you maggles and tender dicks and you gyno-friendly goofies, here's something I'm going to leave you with. It always takes a pussy to expose and control one. Marinate on that. Peace.